Many of you have been asking me to talk about the youth issues and the youth challenges generally. And looking at the development in the political scene in the country at the moment, I want us to be able to look at the planned Mount Kenya Summit. The Mount Kenya Youth Summit that has been organized by the Mount Kenya young people and shall be attended by Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I want to say that this is a good initiative in the right direction, because Raila Odinga is coming down to the ground to be able to understand the issues of the young people drawn from Mount Kenya region. And in being able to discuss this, I want us to be able to challenge the organizers of the event to be able to make it a national agenda. Why am I saying this? Once we start with Mount Kenya, then we need to see Raila Odinga moving to Nairobi, holding the National Youth Summit. Go to Mombasa, hold Coast Youth Summit. Or go to Kisumu, hold Nyanza Youth Summit. Go to Western, hold Western Youth Summit. Then we have a National Youth Summit, so that it becomes a national agenda. We know the challenges facing young people in this country, right from unemployment. It is said that almost more than 500,000 youth join the job search market after graduation from the tertiary and our colleges and the universities. Others also drop out either after completing their secondary education. So, one of the greatest challenges in empowering the youth is to ensure that they are able to participate and find an opportunity to transform this country. So, youth participation is very essential and a force that will help in the economic transformation of this country. Therefore, young people all over the country need a platform, and a branded platform like now what Raila Odinga is creating, where they can speak powerfully to the politicians, powerfully to the decision makers, and powerfully to the governance structures, who will be able to take appropriate actions based on their aspirations. And this kind of dialogue is now going to create a catalytic impact all over the country that will bring a youth-led discussion championed by Raila Odinga. So, in overall, we anticipate that once the grassroots consolidation of youth ideas will therefore transform into a national agenda, and the national agenda now will move to a legislative platform, so that policies that are youth driven will emanate from this initiative. Recently, the Prime Minister talked about him giving young people, especially the youth, a stipend of 6,000 shillings monthly when he forms the next government. Now, the question is how sustainable is that? What we know with Raila Odinga is that when he says or gives a promise, he knows the opportunities in governance, in government, especially in the fiscal opportunities, fiscal provisions, where he is able to allocate such funding. But again, that is moreover an handout approach, an ideology that will not be sustainable and might not bring in the real potential of our young people. Therefore, by holding such summit, starting with Mount Kenya Youth Summit, then moving to another region, and all the regions in the country, he might be able to find an opportunity to deviate from that handout approach to more of a policy framework, and therefore that will give a collective and a national outlook to the youth agenda. And I believe his handlers or advisors might have seen the effect of such declaration, because young people have a lot of challenges apart from crime and drugs. If you go to maybe the coast region, young people are preoccupied with issues of drug abuse and a major health challenge that need to be addressed. When you come to Nairobi, the issue of unemployment to the high number of young people stands out. Access to capital and other linkages for their businesses. Again, when you go to other communities like in Luo Nyanza, where majority of young people are employed in the boda sector. So these are issues again that are cutting across, because we have the same strata of young people with the same challenges also in other regions. Therefore, the agenda must be able to collectively address uniform youth challenges and uniform youth solutions in terms of the special needs of the young people. So that apart from unemployment, there are the youth who are out of school either because of dropout, either because of lack of financing of their education. So therefore, for a policy framework that will be able to address mandatory access of education up to tertiary level will be a good promise and a good manifesto and a good agenda for the young people in terms of access to financial resources. Therefore, again, because most institutions are avoiding to lend young people due to their inability to comply with the high transaction cost and also ability to manage the risk. So young people have no good profile in managing risk when they are accorded such financial services. And they also lack the general collateral and documentation that is majorly needed by the financial institutions. Therefore, a progressive fund will be very key in this process. He has talked of the tax holiday, also for youth businesses and also for people who are going to invest in the economic zones. These are good agendas that need to be disseminated through such forums, so that in the national agenda, it becomes a cutting across issue that every young person will want to understand the direction that his government will want to take. So in summary, these youth summits are supposed to be able to transform into a process of policy review, so that we're able to review the current youth policy and other policies that were developed in line with the youth empowerment. And such policies need to give a framework on how youth unemployment problems will be tackled and how it will create an environment where youth can exploit their potential through value-adding initiatives. A youth hub, a youth brooding sector, so that we have a catalyst for youth empowerment and participation, both in governance and also in economic recovery. And then it must also bring out a collaborative approach with other stakeholders to continue doing research and come up with policies that will assist the youth all over the country to overcome the challenges of crime, drug and substance abuse, and also other health challenges like reproductive health issues and HIV and AIDS. And then the young people need to find an opportunity to take advantage of the benefits associated with ICT to foster that networking and also creativity. And finally, the youth summits are supposed to help the youth be able to work towards the realization of their personal goals, life skills, through a framework that shall be developed with the youth structures. We have the youth ministry that has structure up to the lowest level. So therefore, this is in the right direction, and we need to make it a national agenda. So we welcome the direction that Raila Molo has taken, and this is far much more of what the Tanga team or the other teams are offering, so that we move away from the handout approach to a more structured and ideological engagement with the young people that will realize the formation of a national agenda. Once we have that, then there will be very more coordinated and a good way of integrating the youth agenda into what the Prime Minister stands for. That is the Vision 2030. So that as we realize the Vision 2030, the young people become part and parcel of that agenda. So, members, I feel we're in the right direction. We need to just open the space, pick up such views, and expand the summit into a national agenda, and let's move on with that direction. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe so that we continue growing our base as young people, and also for the penetration of our channel. Have a blessed moment. Thank you.